Hello, hey, testing. All right, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be um, mixing live drums that we got recorded at a drum studio yesterday. And I'm going to be doing it in Logic. And it's just going to show my process on how I mix drums in Logic. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way to do things, but it's how I do it. And I probably won't be like reading the chat or anything, but some of you might find this interesting, so I decided to do this today. So I've got, if you don't want to spoil the music I've been working on, this is like unreleased music basically. And as you can see, a lot of it was composed using MIDI files, but then I got all of them recorded using live instruments. So there's a mandolin, there's cello, there's violins, and violas, and I guess now I'm going to be adding the drums, which are live drums. So I'm going to just like shrink all this unused muted stuff. Put it in a folder. Well, okay. So I got drums for 2 different tracks, and I'm going to be mixing, well, maybe both of them, but we'll just see how long it takes, Here, that sounds pretty rough, and that's just because it's not mixed at all or edited, and it's probably slightly offbeat, so. So usually I put all the drums in a track stack. That's a summing stack, and I just call it drums. So usually I start with the kick, fix the kick. What is hi-hat? Okay, so I'll move this over here for now. Me, I don't hear any useful sub bass in this particular kick sound, so it's a different kick mic, I guess. I think that's what it is, KI. There is bass there, I just had to turn my headphones up. But it's got more mid-range. Okay, hold on, I gotta turn... Some of the phase here is like after the initial transient doesn't look like it's in phase. So I'm probably gonna have to, I'm just gonna like align two of them and see what happens. I'll do it to these two, I think. I don't notice much of a difference, but it kind of sounds like maybe it's slightly punchier when I have the phase aligned just off by a millimeter there. 2.24 milliseconds, I don't know. The software tells me it's more aligned. But it's really, I don't know. I don't usually do this with like live drums because there's so much variation in the sound. It's probably not worth doing. So I'm just gonna remove that, put this in here. So this is just my kick. Probably gonna just EQ out some of the hi-hat that I hear in this one. I usually put like a noise gate on it, just to make it like punchier sounding. I might get rid of that later, but it's just with the low end, you have to make sure you clean up as much of the unnecessary sounds that you won't really pick up on in a full mix. Okay, so I think I'm gonna move on. Let's move on out of the kick. Kick. We got hi-hat. Just EQing out stuff that you don't need. I think that's just redundant bass. I think I'll get rid of this. Overheads. So the overheads are kind of like microphones that are just like hanging from the ceiling. So I might put these up here actually, because it's kind of like a room tone. It's more like a more precise room tone. And there's like a room tone, so I'll put that down here. The room just provides like some sort of spatial reverb. But you probably don't want to have much bass in the room, because all this shit down here is just gonna muddy up the rest of your actual kick. Yeah, so with my kick, I like to make the EQ the mids a little bit too. Just make it more punchier sounding. So I'm gonna have to go in, like some of the kicks are maybe slightly off beat or something. I might have to just touch that up later, but for now it's good. Wish I could just like type in the number here. I don't know why. Okay. My chair's too low. Okay. I'm gonna try using my pen to edit with, like using the mouse. So we got snare. Okay, so snare. Let's listen to that snare. Oh, that might be the snare train. Yes, this is the snare train. So a train, it's like it's an overdub, basically a separate recording we did. And Matt Higgin, who's the drummer, he used these they're kind of like brushes on the drums on the snare, and it just gives it like a little bit of a texture in the background. But for now, I'm gonna just so there's like one that's like probably bassier sounding. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pan them left and right, just so that it sounds kind of cool. You hear that? It sounds like it's more in your head, you know? Probably don't need to do that much. I just go 40, I think. Yeah, so this one has a little bit more bass to it. And so I'll just EQ this one. Okay, I put these in a summon. Okay, so that's the so we got an actual just regular snare. Mute that. Bottom and top, I think. So mic on the bottom and mic on the top. That's the bottom. So it picks up, I guess, more of the hi-hat. Right there, I think it's gonna have to be edited just a bit. I mean, actually, it looks pretty like close. Just the last one. I like using this compressor. Yeah, it's got something going on down there at the bottom. It's because it's picking up all those little metal beads, I think. Oops, did not mean to do that. I think I'm gonna reduce the volume at the bottom. This one. Sometimes I put the snare through a tape emulator too. And so, actually I usually do that. Yeah, that's a starting point. I might go back and fix that shit later, but there. Oops. Toms. So these toms, I'm gonna basically cut out the music up until they actually get the tom hits, so I don't have all this random stuff just floating around in there. I don't think, it's just there and then here.